Magic Unicorn of ONPASSIVE. Thank God it's Friday. Hey, were you at the corporate meeting yesterday with Mr. Ashmi Farah? Oh my gosh. Wow. Anyway, here's Marty. He's going to update the best he can. Now, subscribe and ring the bell. Yes. Hello, hello, hello. And I need to see, yes, you can hear me. That always helps. That always helps. Hello, M. Cody. Got thumbs up from Joseph Swinder. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you very much. That's enough. That's plenty. All right, let's see who we have here today. Over 122 already. 129. Nice. Nice. Red did a update. So did Chris. Chris just got off. He squeezed in between us, which is cool. Probably thinking Marty, who knows how long he's going to be. Anyway, few shout outs here in the middle at the end. I don't want to spend so much time on shouting out, although I love y'all. Casey Zebenbergen. What's happening, Casey? Kim Mills is in the house. Dave Angelic. Dave, where you been? I know, working, delivering. That's okay. You're here now. Chi Yang, how you doing? Roy McAfee's in the house. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Cynthia Deering, boom, bang, boom. Thank you for being here. We have big engineer Mike, also known as the dark complected Mr. Clean. He knows I'm kidding. I love Mike. You're doing a good job, Mike. Karina Lance is in the house. Hello, Karina. Big Dan Street is here. Chatted with him earlier. My partner in crime, Randy the Beeb Leonard. What's happening? Glad you can make it. Ricky Ingram's what's happening. Paul Gottlieb is here. Marty Lowe. Hello, Marty. June Buckingham is everywhere. Bridget, I'm glad you could make it. Robert Tantillo, my neighbor, he's always here. Let me scroll on down. Bitmata. My family's in the other room. They're playing. What's that called you're playing?
What?
What's it called that you're playing?
Mexican Train.
Mexican Train. Looks like dominoes to me. But Big John White keeping it high and tight as always. Thank you, John, for being here. Kayling Matthews is in the house. David Switzer, we got your back. Anyway, first thing I want to say is, oh my gosh. Yesterday was mind-blowing. Yesterday, every week there's a stamp, another stamp of approval, another stamp to let us know this is bigger and better than what we thought it was. There's my man, Don Parker. If yesterday and the last week and the week before hasn't added up to you in your mind that we are treading on history, we are walking in history. Now, it doesn't sound like that's possible, but we are living something that will go down in history books. Tell me that's not absolutely mind-blowing. It is to me. You darn right it is. Lois White, thank you for the super sticker. You always do that, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I really do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Robert Tantillo, hello. Armand is in the house, my man Armand. Kathy Sampson is here. Irina Stack. ONPASSIVE who? Oh, downtown Cynthia Brown is in the house. Eric Kessler, you're always here, buddy. I appreciate it, really. I really, really do. Here's the lady friend. What's her name? Charity Manigault. Is that a cool name? Beautiful name. Okay, everybody. By now you realize Babyface Grandmom's here. Hello. Tell Babyface Granddaddy Big Papa said hello from New Jersey. Robert Gorman's in the house. Time to rumble. I've been rumbling for weeks. And yesterday was we just saw that epicenter. Is that what they call it? Yeah, something like that. We're cooking with grease here. Let me see. Roy Davies, Peter Ditko, M. Kiley. Thank you. Wow. Lois White, I got to put you up there for that. I really appreciate it. Thank you. More than you could imagine. I am humbled. Betmata, Sean Cyrus. Where are we at? Boom. James Yates is in the house. Hello, James. As you know, or may not know, you should know, today at 1 o'clock is part one of sharing your experience of what you heard yesterday. And it's very important. Listen, you got a minute. Go in there and express your feelings about what you saw. Now, I realize for a lot of us, it's overwhelming. We may not even be sure what we saw. But know this, the people that Ash is surrounding himself with, there's no one better. Wrap your head around that. And you know what's funny is you look at these people and you go, wow, that's amazing. He's got such great people. He's got what? We got. Listen, that beautiful lady and that handsome guy with Einstein's brains in their head are working for us. Yes, they're working for us, but they're all working for us. Keep that in mind. So if we need to follow some rules. Let's sketch and fetch. If I said anything in the past that alluded to some kind of how much you're going to get, which I don't think I did, freaking I was wrong. I try not to do that. In fact, if I tell you something that's my opinion, I will say that is Marty's opinion. The guy in New Jersey, not the company's point of view. I would never do that. I would never do it intentionally. It's too big and too valuable for all of you for some guy or some woman to make a mistake and run my mouth and say something that's not absolutely true. I will give you my insight. I will give you how I feel. I will motivate if I can. I will teach you if I can. I will guide you, but I will not deceive you. I have been deceived online more than you could believe, lost more money than you could believe. And by the way, some of the cases I should have known better. I was educating myself in the field of MLM, which is a battlefield. It's not fair. It doesn't play with a fair deck. And I decided to jump into there. And years later, I started to know how it was going. And the worst thing that happened to me is the more I learned, the more experience I got to be a MLMer, professional MLMer, I realized that's not for me because I couldn't bring anybody with me. In fact, for me to do very well, and I could have, myself, Mike, and Dan could have, I'm telling you right now, stepping on people to get to the top is not right. It's not right to the God I serve. It's not right to the Marty I look at in the mirror. And it wasn't right for Mike Ellis, and it wasn't right for Dan. Scary thought 3 years ago, going on 4. Scary thought for us to think what we're pushing so hard to do made us feel horrible. So you can't keep doing it. And what fell in our lap, delivered to us, ONPASSIVE. And I don't give a rat's behind. I'm not going to get crazy. What people think, or, oh, you shouldn't bring that into it. Don't listen to me then. Go listen to someone else. I believe it was delivered to me from God above. Because it was the one time I didn't know what I was looking for. I knew what I wanted. I had a feeling, but there was nothing to judge it by. Why? Because there's nothing out there like ONPASSIVE. And then what did I do the first couple of years? We all did it. We compared ONPASSIVE to something. Oh, imagine if you were a CEO or you were a founder of Apple or you were a founder of Microsoft or you were a founder. That was wrong. Yeah, being a founder of them would have been good. But let's trace back. Don't take my word for it. I'm 62. Maybe the brain ain't quite right. Don't take my word for it. You go look, go Google it, where they started. And now you look at where we're starting. And you look at the classy people that Ash surrounds himself with. We didn't start in a garage. We didn't start in an attic with a chalkboard. We started in the Burj Khalifa. We started in Dubai. Okay, that's where we're starting. A unicorn before it's born. So we need to say things right. And the right thing is, no, I don't want you to compare you to them because we're bigger and better than they were at the time they started. In fact, we're bigger and better than some of them are 20, 25, 30 years later. That's right. What word is that? I don't know, but it's big. Anyway, Red did a very detailed thing with what went on yesterday. So I'm going to try to go through some of it in Marty fashion. So it's the best I can do. I can only do the best I can do. So let me do that. Wendell White. Boom. Okay, I'm not really good at notes, so I'm gonna tell you some of the highlights. First of all, Red did that spiel out about what not to do, what not to say. Thank God, because the theme of yesterday was the same thing. This new lady that was joined us, one of the new ladies that joined us, Soha, I believe Miss Soha, said very clearly, look, she doesn't want to work from behind. She doesn't want to repair things that are happening. She wants to spend all her time in going forward. So let me tell you a class act that Mr. Mike Ellis did today. This is my opinion. Since I'm doing the live, my opinion matters, at least to me. Mike had hundreds and hundreds of videos that he did throughout our life at ONPASSIVE. Some of them might have went too far or might have described something that wasn't quite what it was. Let's keep in mind, the company, myself, ONPASSIVE Nation, Mike, Dan, and me, have evolved too. And the company we talked about 3.5 years ago, 4 years ago, is not the same company it is today. And we should all agree on that. We know that. I know it. So he went through and deleted all his videos but 40 because he wanted to be an example. Was it hard for him to do? Yeah, it's thousands of hours. Every 12-minute video you see probably took 2.5, 3 days to do. Thinking what to say, what do you want to get across? It's not like people think. Mike made it look easy. It's not easy. It's not. To get it done under 12 minutes. He did it on purpose. Mike did everything strategically, just like everybody, just like I do. You strategically do stuff. You don't want to talk too much. You don't want to go off track. I'm not as good at it being boom as Mike is. But I know that. I know my lane. My lane's more free talking. Mike says, I'm going to get this point done. And I'm going to do it in this amount of time. And he always does. Why? Because the numbers show that if you talk too long, nobody's listening to you. But anyway, let me go over some of the stuff. We know yesterday, I'll tell you what they're going to come out with a newsletter. I don't think that's proprietary. I think it's a good thing to know, and the world can know it. O-Media is going to come out with a newsletter very soon. Very good. It's needed, and it keeps us on track. Everybody is pushing forward. There's nothing wrong with that. But we need to stay on the track that's laid for us by O-Media, Mr. Mufar, and the company. That's all. I can't stop being me. If me becomes obsolete, I'm willing to back down. But I think talking with people motivate, because I'm talking to you like I would in my living room, just so you know. I try not to go too far. And if I do, I will catch myself, hopefully. Anyway, yesterday, Dr. Sarah brought up, oh joy. I don't need to get into all the tools and details. It's in the back office. You can read it. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you facts. Because I can go by experience. 62 years old. Somewhere in the 70s, don't know exactly, things kind of changed. Mothers and fathers were going to work, not just fathers. And I'm not putting down mothers. Okay, let's not go there. I'm not playing that. He's better, she's no. Just the way it was. So, mom was always home. Mom raised the kids mainly, and daddy come home and did what he could when he could, whatever. But they had that bond. And I know to this day, I am who I am, mainly because of my mother. I wish I could go back in time and tell her I'm sorry for being an idiot sometimes. Because I look back now what a great person she was. I knew she was great then. But looking back after my life, and now I'm at her age. In fact, she died at 65. And what she did for the family and everything about her was her family and what it meant. The reason I'm saying all this is, and my mom stayed home. She was a stay-at-home mom. Thank God my dad made enough that she didn't have to work. And it meant a lot. Coming up from school, there was my mom. If I had a problem, there was my mom. Going through teenager years, there was my mom. And I think kids miss out. I think a lot of kids' mother and father is called PlayStation 4 and 5. I think it's an iPad. Here, take this and shut up. We need to go back to fundamentals. Remember, the biggest asset we have are people. The highest of highest are children. The Bible talks about, I don't care what religion you are, children are a big deal. Why? They're coming next. I've met bratty little kids. Disrespectful, didn't talk to adults nice. And you tell them, hey, that's the way to talk. I'm going to go tell my dad. I'm thinking to myself, I didn't tell him. Thinking to myself, I met your dad. I'm talking to him right now. Because any kid that acts that way or does something that way, how good could the parent be? In most cases. But with the new thing they're coming out with, it's going to take time. It's going to take time. They want to make it neutral. It's not about one religion or the other. It's about getting back to basics. A place where kids can go. Look, there's a lot of things in this new age that people think, oh, that's okay. That should be okay. This is okay. Not for everybody. But there is one thing that's okay for everybody. Kindness. Respect. Helping others. Teaching little kids to give. Make a card for somebody. It's a big deal. And the way it looks is this thing that they're developing, whether it's called Joy or whatever it is, that doesn't matter. if it's going to help kids from birth to 5 years old, 6 to 12, 13 to 18, countries all over the world, different languages, helping mothers, helping kids learn good and bad, good, helping them learn the good. I'm not going to, it's nothing to do with you're going to teach them this religion or that religion. Going to teach them the right way, to be nice. What would happen when you were a kid, me, and I disrespected an adult? I don't know. I'd have to, after I came out of my getting knocked out by my dad, I could tell you, you just didn't do it. Helping an old lady across the street, doing the, I mean, look what's going on now. They're more likely to push the lady down. This all starts with children. My grandson, Shorty, Dawn did schooling for him before preschool. Him and my other granddaughter. And Shorty now's 2 or 3 grades ahead. He can do any of it. He's happy. He's polite. He treats people nice. Why? Because it started small. Started small. Anyway, so that program alone, to me, blew me away yesterday because it's needed. It's needed. I didn't know we were going there. I knew something would go, but I didn't know it was that detailed. Children's needs, like schooling. Schooling's not that much fun. And I'm not saying everything's got to be fun, but it's almost dangerous. Kids think teachers should raise their children. That's not what they're there for. They're there to educate them. Anyway, I don't mean to preach, but I'm just telling you how much. That's my opinion of Ocho. I absolutely loved it. The Hyderabad team went over O-Tracker. O-Tracker is what it is. It's a tracker. And without getting into details, it has all the bells and whistles. Will everybody use it? No, but I will. Let me get that straight. I will be. Dan will be. Mike will be. And anybody that we can help along, we've already volunteered our help because we want to see everybody, if they want to. I'm going to say a special saying that comes from Mike Ellis. Work on your bottom line or get there quicker. We'll help you do that. Because for me, it'll be fun. Sharing ONPASSIVE is the first time in my life, online and offline, where I'm honored to share it. There's no thing on my shoulder going, ugh. You know why you're nervous? Because you're sharing something usually in the past that you didn't believe in to your core. That's not my opinion. That's fact. Watch the difference. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're here to help because I want to tell you, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I am here to serve who I can. Yes, people know who I am. Yeah, it's Marty DEGARMO. Yes, he's over there. He's over there. That's okay. But it's more, it feels better to me to push somebody and they get there and everybody else gets to see them too. I'm going to give you a prime example. One, I've got many. When I first saw Chris Johnson, boom, look at him now. He's a blessing to everybody. When I first saw Jean Oliva, it was from a video. She did a video. I listened to the video. I watched the video and I said, well, she's got talent. Didn't know who she was. Took me 6 months to say her name right, and I'm still not sure I do. But I saw it because what I do is while I'm digging through the coal, I'm looking for diamonds. For me, it's just fun. And there's this diamond popped up called Jean Oliva. And yesterday she comes on 20,000 people plus, thousands watching on YouTube, and she did a fantastic job. I felt like a mother hen. So did everybody else that knew Jean before she came into prime time. And you know what? I said, let her do it. Susie, who's great. Look, I'm not talking about Susie. Susie's phenomenal. But she went in to fill those shoes and she did a good job. She did a fantastic job. My sister called me, who's really behind the scenes. She's in ONPASSIVE. She believes in 100%. She called me and said, Marty, who is this Jean lady? I said, Jean Oliva. She is unbelievable. I said, I know. You sure she wasn't doing this before? Not at this level that I know of. Wow. Very good. So that's what we look for. Ask knows that's what I do. I'll tell them in a webinar. If I'm chatting with him, my words to him, you know I don't lie. I try not to lie. I would say to him, ask this guy, John Jones or whatever. He's a diamond. That's it. This guy's a diamond. This guy's unbelievable. This guy, I don't put people down. I don't want to do that. But it's not necessary. A butt wipe comes in and talks long enough, he's going to tell you what he is. But anyway, that's what we do on ONPASSIVE. I think it's fun and it's the right thing to do. Anybody I've ever met, I did it. If I thought there's something there, who am I to judge? I don't know. But I've elected me to be me. I met Red Redford 6 years ago. He did a video. One day I got a hold of him. You can ask him. I said, Red, you should be doing more videos, man. People love to see you on video. And he was on vacation. He said, when I get back, I'm going to start pushing it more. You see what I see? Mr. Q&A. Then what did he do? Brought his wife on, and they're one of the best duos in the company. So anyway, I'm just saying, people are there. People need that little. But here's what I don't like. You don't need to be the person. How come I'm not? Why can't I? I need to be. I should. Everybody that's where they're at, if it's somewhere you want to be, I don't care who you are, they got there because of their merits and what they did. Nobody came in and said, I want to be LC. Not anybody I know. Nobody said it. Have I recommended people? Yeah. Did I do it because we're bestest friends? No. I did it because I thought it was good for the company. No joke. Is everybody what you think they are sometimes? No, not really. It happens. But how are you going to know if you don't give them a chance? So we try to give people a chance. Anyway, I'm getting off subject. Let's move on down. The reason I'm not going in depth is because Red did. Red did great. Connect. Oh my gosh. All right, we need to change the name. Are you kidding? The features like one upon the other. It's all AI driven. It's not going to be, listen, what is so funny about this? Anyone, not when someone, anyone comes in, anyone, I don't care who it is, sees Connect and the 10 million features that it has, they're going to get it and stay in for life. Marty DeGarmo's opinion. Mark my word. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the CEO of Zoom saw it and said, Frick, I'm trashing this. I'm joking. Okay. Push a little bit of a joke there. But really, I don't see, when they see the value of it, the cost. Did you hear yesterday, Astra's got the company Zoom, right? $7,000-8,000 a month. He wants to give them more money so he can make it bigger. You got to sign a contract. You got to give us a quart of blood. You got to give us a couple of your kids, and then maybe a week from Tuesday we'll get you signed up, and we'll have you pay us another $10,000, and you only get about 3 more people, and it's going to kick out anyway. Come on. Come on. He couldn't give them the money. Oh, unbelievable. Anyway, the other beauty about ONPASSIVE for anybody that's watching this, and I'm just pointing out things I think is really important for the company, or for all of us, is you got to verify you're human. Listen, the problem with the internet, Facebook, and all these places, it's a haven for cowards. Everybody says, "Oh, I got freedom of speech." Then you should have freedom to tell who you are. Jujwali Bakuli 555 is not a person. It says slanderous, nasty things. I should be able to do that. Yeah, you should, maybe, but you should also be able to put your name down. It's a haven for cowards. At least with ONPASSIVE, you got to be a real person. Real. Breathing, blood flowing through your body person. That part I love. I love it. Don't worry about people coming in. They're coming. They are coming. Once again, at 1 o'clock, I got to get off soon. They're going to start heartfelt feelings about yesterday's webinar, part 1. Part 2, Friday Night Live, 8 o'clock. Lynn and Ron, pray for Ron, he's not feeling well, are going to do part 2 of that same discussion. Whatever your feelings about it, you got a minute, go for it. It's important to the company. Ash likes to know. I'm just telling you right now, he loves to know your input. My granddaughter just bribed me with something. Anyway, I mean that. So say what's in your heart. That's the main thing for Mr. Mufara. So I got to hustle because I'm 12:40. I got another 5 minutes, 10 minutes. The game. Play. Don't know what it's really going to be at the end, but if you read about it, it's going to be like trivia and other stuff like that, and then eventually morph into something else, live leaderboard, in-app purchases where you can buy more coins or more tokens. Oh, guys, I love trivia. And trivia for sports people? Come on. Shut the front door. Listen, my son is a maniac with sports. He could tell you anything about it. I don't know squat. I know that's a football team. I know the quarterback. I know the center. Boom, I'm done. Wide receivers. That's it. Running backs. But how fast they run, what their name is, what college they went to, what year, what draft number they were, I don't know that. But there's millions of you maniacs out there that do. And they're going to have a blast with this game. And by the way, it's a free game. You never have to pay anything. But if you want to buy more coins, you can buy them. But you can earn them. Think about it. And don't tell me, why would they get involved in free games? I love it. Because free games are bringing a lot of revenue. How do I know? Candy Crush. Simplest, dumbest game in the planet. You've all played. $4 million a day. What? Yeah, you heard me right. $4 million a day. Don't fall for the stuff. You got an app that says ONPASSIVE, and Mr. Mufara or Miss Soha Not sure I'm saying her name right. Any one of the people from Media didn't tell you that there's an app and it's not here or it's not there, it's not real. We will get the truth. The facts will come from Media. If somebody else tells you, hey, look at the app I just got, it says unpass, it's not. If some idiot comes up and says, here's unpassive, click here, pay me that, it's not. If somebody charges you anything, it's not unpassive. Unpassive only deals with AI and with heart. Oh. Anyway. Dr. Tarek, strategist, worked for the government, top officials, I mean, everything. This guy, go look at his resume. Strategy mapping, expert time and management solutions, 3 MBAs. 42 countries, experience, 20 years. Yeah. Yeah. He's a little above my pay grade, okay? Come on. Looking forward to the global market. This is what kind of people we're talking. This is kind of people that are representing us. Some hardware products in process for founders, reseller benefits in the future scope. Yeah, like we don't have enough already. Thank you, Mr. Mapara. He's trying to kill me, I think. Education will be transformed with Academy. Yes, no doubt. Right now, if I could get my grandkids in homeschooling through Academy, they wouldn't go to school. Guarantee it. Starting now. Dr. Soa, that's the lady I want to say. Dr. Soa is, she's too good to be true. Yeah. Super, super intelligent. Very confident. I love it. Delightful lady, but I wouldn't want to cross her, which is a good thing. Found a refund policy. You want your money back? Go get it. The company doesn't need us. I'm not being nasty. They don't need us. They will do very well if they had no founders. So we are very fortunate. This is my opinion. This is my fact. This is my live. My. I'm just kidding. One founder account is enough. I've said that the whole time, even while I was transferring accounts. You only need one, but if you want one, get it if you can afford it. Why? It's another stream of income. That's it. EKYC. People panic. They're telling you. We will take you step by step with your hold your hand on how that's going to work. E for KYC, E equals electronic. Don't panic. That's all it means. It's like an electronic signature. You're going to be able to do it electronically online. Boom. We need to be unified and speak with one language. This came from the doctor. I agree. I hear people come back and he said, she said, he said, well, that's not true. Well, they got to listen. I said this a long time. If somebody's saying something that you think may not be right, you could supervise up. Don't be nasty. Just say, look, I don't think you should say that because of this. I don't know why people have animosity. No animosity, just we're helping each other. If I see a poster or I see something, I tell them. Hey, Sally, I'm not sure that's a good idea because of this. And they take it down. Potential commission structure and policy are going to be shared confidentially in the back office with documentation soon. Sharing this type of stuff, let me say it again, sharing this type of stuff is not permitted. I'm going to tell you my point of view. Your big behind will be gone. 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 Out of here. I'm glad they're not playing games. This is ridiculous. All discussions like this are internal, completely confidential. I gotta get going. What's this one? All the studies they did with 400 media experts from developing countries. Just listen, everything they do in O Media, I don't even know about the rest of the team. You know that Mr. Kamal and them are killing it. Let me get rid of him. He thinks he's going to speed me up by calling me. Hold on. Anyway, I got to go and let them in because they're in a panic. And I will do that right now. Thank you, everybody, for being here. If you want to add your feelings to what happened yesterday, which I think is a good idea, go right now to the webinar that I'm about to start. Sorry. Thank you guys for all being here. I pretty much said what I wanted to say. Be happy. If you're not, something's wrong. This is life-changing what we're in, history-changing for you, your family, your family's family, and your family's family. My opinion. Just do it. Get it right. See y'all. Bye.